You've counted calories, crushed countless workouts, and avoided late-night snacks like they were poison. Yet there it is, a soft, unrelenting ring around your waist that won't seem to budge. It's a struggle that's left millions of people frustrated, defeated, and even questioning if there's something wrong with them. But what if the real reason some people can't lose belly fat has nothing to do with diet or exercise at all? Beneath the surface of this all-too-common problem lies a story of biology, psychology, and a secret evolutionary twist that's been hiding in plain sight. Our tale begins nearly 2 million years ago, in a world where survival wasn't guaranteed by a pantry full of snacks or a quick drive to the nearest fast food joint. Early humans roamed vast landscapes, hunting prey that didn't want to be caught and foraging for plants that were often scarce. Food was unpredictable, and starvation was a very real threat. The human body, in response, developed a remarkable survival mechanism: the ability to store fat efficiently, especially around the belly. In those times, belly fat was more than just a nuisance. It was a lifeline. It acted as an emergency fuel tank, rich in calories and easy to access when food was scarce. Fast forward to the present day, and we're left with the same biology, but a very different environment. One where calories are everywhere, but the instinct to store them remains. But there's more to the story. In the 1940s, a young doctor named Ancel Keys stumbled upon a revelation that would change the way we think about fat forever. During World War II, he conducted a study known as the Minnesota Starvation Experiment, where volunteers were put on a semi-starvation diet for months. What emerged from that study was startling. As the men's bodies adapted to fewer calories, they began hoarding fat, especially around their waists, despite the lack of food. It was a hint at a deeper truth. That belly fat isn't just about what you eat or how much you move. It's about how your body responds to perceived threats, not just from hunger, but from stress, sleep deprivation, and even emotions. And that brings us to cortisol, the stress hormone. When you're stuck in traffic, arguing with your boss, or worrying about bills, your body doesn't know the difference between a modern crisis and an ancient one. It floods your bloodstream with cortisol, which has a peculiar talent. It loves to direct fat storage straight to your belly. Why? Because visceral fat, the kind that wraps around your organs, is packed with blood vessels and can quickly be converted into energy when you need it most. So even if you're eating clean and hitting the gym, chronic stress can turn your body into a fat-storing machine. But stress isn't the only villain in this story. Hormones like insulin play a powerful supporting role. Every time you eat, insulin rises to manage blood sugar, shuttling nutrients into cells. But a diet high in processed sugars and refined carbs sends insulin levels skyrocketing, transforming excess sugar into fat. Over time, cells can become numb to insulin signals, a condition known as insulin resistance, a direct pathway to stubborn belly fat. But the most surprising twist in this story is what's happening inside your gut. Within your intestines, trillions of bacteria are engaged in a delicate balance that governs far more than digestion. Studies show that certain types of gut bacteria can extract more calories from food than others, and even influence where fat is stored. In 2013, researchers took gut bacteria from obese mice and transplanted them into lean mice. The lean mice, despite eating the same diet, quickly began to gain weight, especially around their bellies. It's a discovery that suggests some people may be predisposed to belly fat, not because of weak willpower, but because of an unseen microbial puppet master pulling the strings. But the intrigue doesn't end there. In 2009, a study published in the International Journal of Obesity revealed a strange connection between sleep and belly fat. Volunteers who slept fewer than 5 hours a night were 32% more likely to gain significant abdominal fat compared to those who slept 7 to 8 hours. Sleep deprivation triggers a cascade of hormonal chaos, elevating ghrelin, the hunger hormone, while suppressing leptin, the hormone that tells you when you're full. The result? Midnight cravings and a body determined to store more fat around the belly. And then there's the psychological side, a less obvious but equally powerful force. For many, belly fat isn't just a physical issue, but an emotional one, tied to body image, self-worth, and even trauma. Stress eating, binging after a bad day, or using food as a coping mechanism can trap people in a cycle that's as much about the mind as it is about the body. In the end, the real reason some people can't lose belly fat is a tangled web of biology, psychology, and even microbiology. It's a reminder that the human body is far more complex than a simple calories in, calories out equation. And perhaps the most frustrating truth of all is that the very tactics most people turn to in their desperation to lose belly fat, extreme diets, punishing workouts, and constant calorie counting, might actually be making the problem worse. So what's the way out? It turns out, the real solution might be the exact opposite of what most of us have been taught. Managing stress, balancing hormones, feeding your gut the right foods, and sleeping enough might do more for your waistline than 1,000 crunches ever could. Because sometimes, the key to losing belly fat isn't to fight your body, but to finally understand it. And maybe, just maybe, the reason belly fat is so stubborn isn't a sign of failure, but a clue that we've been asking the wrong questions all along. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel for more intriguing stories about the human body, and share this video with anyone who needs to know the truth. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.